welcome along. How are we all on this fine Friday evening? I hope you're all doing well. The Rocket Kid, welcome along, and thank you for subscribing at Tier 1 for your 10th month, courtesy of Mr. Galcomp Gamer. You are both awesome. Rob Simo, welcome along. I hope you're doing well. Kurt, welcome along. I hope you've all had a good week. Rob Simo, thank you for subscribing at Tier 1 for your 21st month. You are awesome. Thank you so much. As always, your subscriptions, your gifted subs, your bits are massively appreciated. So thank you very much. You guys help this channel to grow and hopefully eventually get a, well, actually, do you know what? Phone's been doing all right the last few streams. My main internet connection still not capable of streaming on, but my phone has come to the rescue. Farming Will, welcome along. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's now taking me hours upon hours to upload videos, which is just mad. I'm trying to get enough videos up for when I go on holiday next week, and it's crazy. Kelchi 1983 subscribing for your 21st month. You are awesome. Thank you so much. And kicking off a hype train. Wow, this is an early hype train tonight, chat. It really is. Thank you so much. Oh, 94%. Awesome. So yeah, what a way to start the evening. Shall we crack on with some farming? Because that's awesome. I'm still trying to work out what to do with the hype trains. That would be amazing. Cat resubscribing for your 21st month. And thank you so much, Kirka. You are awesome. Oh, something's gone very wrong. Oh, yeah. Oh, manual discharge has... Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not good, chat. The new version of manual discharge is balked. I'm just going to have a quick look at that. And what are we up to? 22% on level 2 hype training. You guys are awesome. FS Andy 22, welcome along. How are you doing? I think you're hopefully you're doing well. Hope you've had a good week. Had to say earlier, yeah, I'm going to revert to the previous version, which is why I've gone out. It wouldn't update, actually. That should have been a warning to me. It wouldn't properly update. So, version on Stone Valley, manual discharge mod. This is why I have lots of different mod folders. If I have something go wrong like this, I can very easily just get back across. Oh no, that's now the wrong way up. There we go. Manual combine discharge. There we are. Let's put the old one back in. Yeah, that was not a happy camper at all. I did update the manual combine discharge mod, which seems to be having problems. So I'm just reverting back to the previous version. Right, there we go. I have grabbed a couple of new mods tonight, actually. Oh, big bags as default. I want to turn that on because I've got to do that last time. Where's the one I found? Yeah, this Iveco is about from the period I like to use equipment. Oh, actually, you guys can't see this. This Iveco, that one there. That came out from FSI today. So I've grabbed that. I think it comes in a right-hand drive version as well, which would be awesome. Now, there was another mod I saw earlier that wasn't turned on and should have been... No, is that it? I think that might be it. I've not got the Mac Pinnacle. I'll turn the Mac Pinnacle on because we might use that. If no, not going to use the Lizard SR series. That's why that's turned off. Yeah, I think that will do the trick. Right, let's get started. Yeah, manual discharge mod seems to be busted. Also, I could do something else quickly because Twitch is having problems. Yeah, disconnect that. Right, didn't want you guys to see that. Right. Actually, not that that's going to change much. Close that. Reload that. Go back to that. There we go. I know it's trying to be plugged around and use a bit. Loving magic power washer. Yeah, the wireless power washer. There we go. Right, it is February, so as we are still in winter, we're still going to be running it 10 times. We're going to get through 2 days in game today. Nothing was available in shop, so we knew that already. The ground is not frozen, so basic plan today is to go and get our fields ready for planting. So in March, we want to get everything planted. Sorry, I've got to... Don't know if you guys can hear that. That is noisy. Sounds like we've had a combine go past a couple of times today, so it might have been that. There we are. Nice and light at February at 7 AM. Which means we can probably start moving pre 7 AM from next stream, which is good. And maybe we'll get the tractor that we want in time for next stream. Right, we've got 5,000 litres of milk that we can put in here. We've moved all of our things. Hype train's done. What do we get? We got a level 1. It's awesome. Thank you very much for the support, everybody. You guys are fantastic. We've only got 885 litres of milk, so nothing to do there. Oh, we do need to feed. Now, this is what I was hoping to get the new tractor, because we do need to feed the cows. No, not that button, that button. Let's have a look. Cows. So cows are low, but okay, so I'm not too worried. Chickens are great. We do want to get a couple of cockerels though. We'll take one of our chicken pallets down and we'll see if we can get a cockerel. But I really like having the chickens in this field. It gets everything in the farm around the right place. And I don't think the cows really approach this area. They do have a water... Oh, excuse me. Water shops. Have I had a look at any maps for multiplayer? Not yet, Calci. I will be doing that when I get back from holiday. Right, so our fields. What do we need to do? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, I wanted to have a look at a possible new piece of equipment. So, we currently do not have a power harrow, do we? We've got a cultivator and a mulcher, but we don't have a power harrow. And I'm looking at being really light on the soil. So my thought was, if we could get something like this and run this over the field. This would be a lot less invasive than our cultivator is at the moment. That's 6 meters for 2. How powerful is our tractor? 212. Ah, not quite. So yeah, I'm thinking of being a lot gentler on the soil. Hey, J-Man James. So possibly either getting that or a disc harrow. What have we got? Ooh. That's a bit. 140 horsepower, 4 meter, but that would probably do the work. The trouble is, I'd love it if any of these things were nicely for sale, but the only thing is this, which is a cultivator and is way too big for any tractor we've got. So I think what we might have to do is do this. Actually, we'll run this year, and we'll go and get a destoner and destone it today as well. We should have enough time to do that, and that will be cheaper than buying a piece of one of those. And then if one of those turns up in a sale, then we can grab it. I'd like to be able to get a contract done today as well, I think. Hey, J-Man James, welcome along. Jetties, welcome along. So, yeah. Now, how much... The other thing I want to find is how much is that Ivico? Where is it? There it is. So this with... We can get a 30,000 litre capacity truck here. Oh, what are the decals? I think I go with that. Without spoiler, without sun visor, no cover, no GPS, main color. Here. So that would be 99,000. Okay. So maybe if one of those comes up. But yeah, 30,000 litres is all we really need from a lorry. And that would be perfect for the setup we have on here. Hey, Steam fan. Welcome along. Most equipment comes up for sale after you would need it, is it? Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm trying to keep a close eye on. As I said, we're actually in a position now where we could sell the horse area and the chicken area, but I don't know if it would work to our favor doing that. How do I want to do this field? I want to do this field from the other side and work my way back, I think. Oh, no. I want to do it from this side. No, this is the side I want to do it from. Okay. We'll give ourselves, set ourselves a good direction. So, I think we want 70 degrees. Yeah, there we go. Spot on at 70 degrees. Just started the Realism experiment on Western Wales. Just got your first field crit. Realism experiment on Western Wales would be awesome. I think it'd go really well. So we are going to be putting canola in this field this year, is the plan. And we're basically giving ourselves a tractor's length. This is the other reason why I want to get a piece of equipment that is 4 meters wide, not 3 meters. Because as you can see, it's going to take us a little while to do these. Now here's an interesting thing. This is now pulling up small stones on this field. So we should be able to just roller these in. That's interesting. We'll see if we get any bigger stones up on here. But yeah, it looks like we can just roller the ones on this field in. So it does seem to... Oh, no, there we go. There are bigger stones. So we do have bigger stones in places. So there is still going to be a need to do some stone picking on this field. And we're going to have to... Considering that this will still produce weeds, we do need something then that is a lot lighter on the land. You can roll small stones back in. You can't roll medium or large ones back in. I'm trying a new farm idea on Riverview Farm. All self-sufficient farms, so making own fertilizer, lime, etc. with seasons and efficient farming as well. That sounds really awesome. Because yeah, there is production stuff that allows you to do that kind of thing. So I really like that idea. How are you starting out? So I'm guessing you buy the first fields and then you have to make your seeds from those first fields. So it then becomes really important what you harvest and that you buy a field that's full of crop. I love that idea. Oh, I really love that idea, Steam Pam. Can I steal that, please? Evening, Kartek 2022. That's a proper survival series, that is. I might even go back and use the original name I used before any other YouTuber and call it the Survival Challenge. And yeah, you have to grow your own seeds. I love that idea. So yeah, when you buy your first field and harvest your first field, you need to create seeds from that first harvest in order to have seeds for the next year. That's awesome. Oh wow, yeah, I love that idea. Yeah, that sounds like a massive challenge. I need to, I'll sit down and I'm gonna probably try and write up a load of rules for that. Because yeah, that's brilliant. So can't buy any seeds or anything. Like the idea of doing contracts and using the excess stuff from the contracts to then create seeds for your own crops. Disturbed, welcome along. How you doing? So yeah, if you suddenly want to move into sugar beet, you do a sugar beet contract and make seeds from the sugar beet. How you doing, Disturbed? Welcome along. Who best farmer? There's plenty of content. Yeah, I think it's something I wouldn't want to do until after the contracts bug has been fixed. I know that I've got better contracts on here, and the latest version of that off GitHub does disable third-party farmers harvesting their own fields. But yeah, I think I'd wait till Vermeer is released, and hopefully that bug gets fixed, and then go from there. But it sounds like such fun. I'm always looking for new ways to make Farm Sim harder for me. And I love that idea. I really do. And that is a true survival series. I mean, I've done survival stuff, but true survival. It is, Kartek. I like better contracts anyway. I've started using it recently, even before it had the fix in it, or it had the no, it's not a fix. It's a sticking plaster, really, until Giants fix the problem with contracts in general. But it's great in so far as it tells you exactly how much you need to deliver for contracts, which in itself is realistic. You know, it would be realistic that the farmer tells you how much yield they're expecting to get, and all of that, you know, kind of stuff, I think is brilliant. It is the beta version that's on GitHub. It seems to be working fine for me. So obviously, whenever you download the beta version of a mod, the warning is that it's a beta version, and it could break your game. So yeah, it's just a brilliant mod. I was thinking of doing my top 10 Farming Simulator 22 mods, maybe, and just going through those. And then I could do my top 10 tractor mods and my top 10. I might do some videos like that, because I've been listening to other creators who have said, you know, the biggest video I ever had was a top 10 video, and it's true. Those can go pretty stratospheric and aren't normally created for your regular audience. They're created for you know, to draw people into your channel. I would probably actually credit, who was it who... Yeah, so Steam Fan, I would probably credit for that idea, because while he hasn't given me the whole thing, he's given me enough of a thing to go. Top 10, and yeah, how-to videos. Well, how-to videos I've had mixed results with. So in FS19, and still one of my biggest videos now is how to install mods in FS19. Massive video, done over 500,000 views at this point, I think. And yeah, just huge. FS22 version of it, just not doing much at all. So yeah, but I think I probably need to reduce my video schedule a little bit again, and then do some stuff in between, like that kind of thing. Moggy at 1066 resubscribing for your 8th month. You are awesome. How you doing, Moggy? Hope you're doing well. Dog Runner, welcome along. I am not on Xbox. No, I am on PC. I think that's because it's helpful to have in-game help menu and people read that. Yes. Realistic farm mods would be good. Okay, I might do a top 10 top 10 FS22 mods for more realism. Spider the Tiger, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. I want to do a bit more to camera stuff as well, and I got some other bits. So there's a whole load of stuff that I'm looking to move towards in September. S-Craft already did that. I believe S-Craft did, but I haven't watched it. So it would be my top 10 mods for more realism, not his. Actually, a funny thing happened the other day. I had somebody comment on one of my videos and thank me for my new roleplay series, and I went, but where? Oh yeah, and where did you get the telehandler in it? And I went, oh, which JCB telehandler? And I went, which one's that? Is that Attican Park? And what they were, and then they sent me a link. It was one of S-Cross videos, and it was one of his roleplay series. And I went, oh, thank you for that. I really like the look of that telehandler, so I might pick that up. But yeah, it wasn't one of my videos somebody was thanking me for, which I found fairly funny. Yeah, much like the other, like, top 25 mods, but found some missing ones. I would rather do top 10. I think top 10 is punchier, or top 11 is punchier, and then possibly theme them. So things like top 10 mods for British farming, and top 10 mods for American farming, and top 10 mods for start from scratch, and you know. Ooh, I like that one. I'm gonna have to have a brainstorm. Hello, Jackson Kiefer. Welcome along. This actually is zooming through this. This tractor is awesome. I do like it a lot. But yeah, hopefully we can get these 2 fields done today. We are gonna have to get a stone picker But I'm going to use the stone picker in the same way as Millennial Farmer does. I'm not going to do the whole field. I'm just going to go and target the spots that are bad. And yeah, we could lease that to do that. Just go and get the big spot. Farm tour, maybe a little bit later if we can get this done. We're kind of racing through February tonight because as with normal during the winter months, we do 2 days per stream instead of 1. FS22 Yaroski, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Otherwise, if I do a single day, A, there isn't a huge amount of stuff to do on the farm, and B, we end up having a shorter stream. Whereas if I do 2 days at 10 times, we tend to still have the full 3-hour streams. So I like to do it that way. What happened with last night's premiere? Did it? Oh, I'll check it, Kartek. Was there a problem? Sorry, because the trouble is with some premieres, I just leave them and let them go. What was last night's? No, last night's premiere should have happened. Did last night's premiere? Oh, I wasn't there. The trouble is, so while they premiere, unfortunately, I'm not able to be there for all of them. So the idea behind the premiere is that you guys can watch together, you can chat. I will try and pop in, but I'm not always able to. It's more a thing so that you guys can chat if you want, and still have that interactivity with each other. I unfortunately cannot be there for every single one. I'd love to be, but you know they're premiering on the nights that they're premiering on the nights that I'm not streaming. So they tend to be nights when I'm recording or spending time with family or things like that. My alternative is to try and premiere them during the day or something like that. But I think that sort of time is the best time for everybody to get to see it. So. And it gives a time for people to know when it's going to be released and a heads up for it appearing and everything like that. I think it's... and for longer form content, I think it's a better way to release stuff, so... Yeah, it's just unfortunate that I can't sit there for all of the premieres. I do when I can. If I'm sitting here and I'm recording Farm Sim, I will have the premiere on. I will have it on in the background and be keeping an eye on it. Hipponide, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. But yeah, unfortunately, that's not everyone, especially on a Thursday night. Thursday night, I am more often than not spending time with the family. We are dragging up a lot of big stones on here. How you doing, Hipponide? Hope you're doing well. How were you not following? I thought you were already following. Interesting. Yeah, we're next going to check the shop at about midday. New stuff tends to come in every half day-ish. But we're in the range now that if a tractor comes up, that would be very useful. I am hoping, though, in the springtime, we might get some good contracts that we can get to do and get some stuff seeded ourselves. Because we're going to be seeded by the first day of March. We're going to have all of our stuff in and be in a good position. We're going to need to... Oh, my... wow, the weeds have grown. We're going to have to spray off the weeds this year. So, yeah, it's going to be important to get a spot sprayer this year. Oh, that's going to be expensive. Might have to release that. Oh, I was gonna... Oh, I know what I've forgotten to do. Okay. I was going to put slurry all on this before we did this. So I think when we finish this field, we'll slurry this field and we'll slurry the other one that I meant to slurry before I started doing this on it. And, yeah. I knew there was another job I forgot to do. Drat. Never mind. Hey, Cake Zombies, welcome along. What are we doing today? Today we are preparing our fields for seeding in March. So we need to... I was just saying, I meant to put some slurry on these fields. Unfortunately, completely forgot. And so we've done most of a field without doing it. But that's all right. We can put slurry on here after we've seeded. After we seeded. Sorry, alert from DJ. And then go from there. Hey T, welcome along. For those who were here on Wednesday night, when I did a load, or we did New 7 Days to Die, and we're doing Undead Legacy. Been playing a bit of that in my spare time, and oh my god, that mod is awesome. Thank you, T. Cheers, T. $60 hours seems to be the point of a... Yeah, 60 hours is absolutely the point of a new tractor in FS. After that, it just gets more expensive to have that tractor about. So I am looking at changing my tractors at 60 hours. That's the point at which they just cost so much to maintain. It's ridiculous. I mean, this one at 60 hours won't be too bad because the value of this tractor is nothing. I mean, it's 15,000 is the value of our Traction King, so we can keep this going forever. Yeah, 12,000 is the value of our 7610. So that's not going to cost much to keep going. Oh, we do have something new. We got a Saitek. Wow. My current tractor will pull that. This tractor will pull that seeder. And that seeder would do these fields in about 2 passes. Better to get a direct seeder with precision farming. Yeah, that's why I'm looking at trying to get a separate power harrow that I can put the my current seeder onto. It's probably the cheaper way of doing it. Why am I not getting the edges cultivators? Watch and you will learn. We're doing headlands, so this is a realistic way of doing things. We are leaving the headlands at the moment. We will get those when we get to the end of the field. I do need to get that little patch. There we go. Gives me somewhere to turn around. And yeah, probably going to finish. Probably going to do the headlands at the other end of the field with this pass. Because while we got space at the end here, the field starts to narrow. As you can see. So I'm going to start following the edge of the field there a little bit. So that we'll get 2 passes out of that. Okay, will I get 2 passes out of that? No. Okay, we'll do this headland then. And then we come down here, and the area we've been turning around on. We'll get that cultivated. And then hopefully the area we've got left should be got by regular or planter is a must, but yeah. Or at the very least, you basically want to work the land as little as possible for precision farming. So if you can do a power harrow drill combination, that works as well. Oh, it's slightly wider. That is annoying. Could you not place 60+ hour tractors in a shed for themselves? Yes, you could. It depends on whether you need that money to buy the next tractor, which is what we needed here. And as I was also saying, a 60-hour tractor is fine if you're not doing lots of field work with it. It's when you start doing a large amount of work with a 60+ hour tractor, that's when you start incurring a lot of costs. Good to have as a yard tractor that you use occasionally and don't pull a lot of stuff with. Will work really well for that. You see, this is still slightly wider, and it widens towards the end, so we're gonna have to back up along here and do this again. What I thought. Yeah, doing the headlands last reduces compaction as well, is very true. Because, yeah, you're doing a lot of turning, and you don't really want to compact soil that you've already worked. Although I obviously am right now, because I'm reversing right up along here to get this edge. But sometimes these things are unavoidable. Lorenz 1 2 3 4, welcome along. And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the BFN. Hey Thefisherj, welcome along. Right. Let's back this up. How's my day? My day's good, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Had a fair amount to work on, and just a fairly good end to the week. It's been a bit stressful in places this week, but otherwise it's been okay. Next week's going to be crazy because I'm on holiday the week after, and so I've got to make sure I've got everything in place before I go away. Thank you, Rams. Right, there we are. So I need to find out how bad this field is for stones. Because, yeah, we're going to have to de-stone this. And I need to go and... Well, de-stoning it isn't massively important right now. We need to get the... We need to get the slurry on this field and on the other one. Here we go. We're going to be using our 7610 for that. Hey, Dragon Slayer 1984, welcome along. Oh, we are in top gear. Okay. Let's go park this up. Well. For playing the chicken dance. It's been a while since we've had one of those. Right, we want to use this. Let's drop off that. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop off. Oh, let's go into reverse. Oh, God. Let's select anything other than the tractor and change cameras on this. Yeah, you see, now I can't select the tractor. Which is just weird. But the tractor has opening doors and things. But I can't select it. That's just odd. Now, I think this tractor can handle the spreader. I'm hoping this tractor can handle the spreader, because otherwise we're in trouble. Yeah, manual discharge is broken. Does this have... I didn't think this tractor had simple IC. Oh, now that I've lowered that, that's... Okay, that's just weird. Okay, got the tractor selected. So tractor selected, switch, full camera. Tractor not selected, switch, no longer camera. It's weird. It's such an odd bug. And the more I've seen more and more equipment with it now. Does not happen with base game equipment. So there's something to do with the way that this tractor is set up. And several other pieces of equipment are set up that causes it. Okay, we've got a fairly large amount of this in here. There was an update to manual discharge today. Don't use it. I came into my game and it immediately crashed it. Caused all sorts of problems. Slightly worried about this. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's see. What is... How much is my current trailer worth? Oh, that's an instant buy. That is an instant buy. Am I right in thinking that Marston's bigger? 14, yeah, 14 and a half to... no. 12.6. Yeah, that Master's an instant buy. I need that trailer. I have had an older version of Attingham of GB. I have said at the I have no plans to play Attingham until it's nearing release. So that might be why GB hasn't, because he knows what my position is. I don't like playing maps months and months before release, and my reasoning for that is I played a map in FS. Yeah, that trailer will work better with this tractor as well. There was a map I played in FS17 called... oh, I can't remember the name of it now. But it was an awesome map. Absolutely brilliant. I played an entire series in it, and it was never released. And I don't like playing maps that you guys can't play. So I will do an early first look on a map, but I won't play a map until I know it's just about to come out for you guys. Because invariably, people will go, oh, I want to play that. Even on the Attingham Park first look I did, I've had people commenting and going, when's this map coming out? When can I play this map? And I'm not going to push. I'm not going to do a map like that, because a lot of people like to play along with my series as well. So, you know, they'll come along and they'll pick the same equipment, they'll pick the same fields, and they'll see how they run it. And they can't do that if the map isn't released until months after I've been playing it. So, yeah, it's part of my community approach is that I know you guys like to play through on the same sort of things as I'm doing. Growers Farm. Yeah, Growers Farm disappeared due to a legal issue. There were issues, which is a pity. Growers Farm, I loved that series. Letton Farm did get released. I'm trying to remember the name of the map. I can't. It was an FS17 series, so it was pre me getting a lot of viewers. And it was a British map, and it was very, very nice. Oh, I've done it again. Can't move my mouse. Right. We've got to jump out now anyway. Okay. Right, so let's buy the new one. Now, the reason why these are an instant buy for me is because this is basically... So the setup I'm about to do is the setup we had on my dad's farm. Chassis color... No, we want it all green. Ladders, yes. Right-hand ladder. I want a bottom beacon. No beacon. Marston branding, yes to a cover. Main color, design color, JCB yellow. Rim color is fine. Yeah, no. Right. BF 00. Oh no, BF 05 REX. Back only, yes. So slightly more than our old trailer. But this is an upgrade, so we want to... So actually, no, we are going to be okay. So paint and repair and sell. Yes. There we go. Much happier now. And this trailer will fit this tractor better. Growers did come back in the end, but it wasn't the same. No, there was, I think there were a load of assets used from somewhere else. Yeah, you see, this trailer fits so much better on this tractor. And yes, this is exactly the setup that we had on my dad's farm. I have driven this setup in real life with a TX32 combine. Driving a TF46 tomorrow. Oh, nice, Kartek. No, it was a Dusty Dave map. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Thank you, Mark B. You are awesome. No, it predated Dusty Cove. I can't check because my phone is connected to this computer. If I go and check on the computer I'm gaming on, it'll tab out of the game. I have no way of checking the name of this map. What I have done is foul up again. There we go. I know if I take the front loader off, this will get rid of this problem. So it's a problem with the front loader console, this. My job on the farm was carting, but I did drive the combine sometimes. I would, you're not always there doing, there's two tractors and trailers running, and sometimes you get back to the field and the other tractor and trailer unloading. So I'd jump on the combine with our combine driver, and I would, and yeah, sometimes I'd drive the combine. Just because, it's the combine. I wrote to, I won't say the name of the TV show because of, but those in the UK who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. I wrote to a TV show to see if they could fix it for me to drive a combine when I was about 8 years old. Which was just nuts. I lived on a farm. I could have driven a combine anytime I wanted. It was a bit mad. Yeah, that would not have been. I did. I that wasn't the only letter I wrote into that show either. I wanted to drive Kit from Knight Rider. Right, there we go. New trailer unlocked, and it didn't cost us anything, which is even better. We still need a new tractor. Now I would happily settle for a 7610 on 7810 on this farm. But we kind of want something with TPS. Oh, I did it again. Hang on. Having to keep jump out of the tractor because I can't get the because of the camera issue is just annoying. Whoa, okay, not a very wide spread on this. Oh, he's running it okay. Our nitrogen levels are really bad on these fields. So this is going to be a bit more of a rough covering, I think. Oh, wow. It's a good thing we got a lot of this. Because at the moment, that is... yeah, it's all very low. Neglecting your nitrogen level, slaving all the sorry for pumps and... We are going to be using pumps and hoses on here. I'm not allowing that, Kartek. Partly because Nightbot will bop you the moment I the moment I allow that through. Hey Bob! Welcome along. Oh, we're out. Back to the farm. Yeah, look at that. We got in the middle of this field, we have no nitrogen. It's really bad. Hey, Ethan, welcome along. But what if you mistyped it? One word I can give you. Two words is, yeah. This is one of those jobs that takes a while simply because you have to keep driving back and forwards. I mean, I could get a thing, but we actually need to do this on all of our fields today. There we go. There's quite a drop off there. That is not a good place to lie down, cows. Okay, nothing else coming to the shop? Nope. I think we'll be lucky to get this field finished today, actually, to be honest. What we'll probably end up doing next game day is getting the case working on a hired worker. I do have a hole at the top end, so what I'm gonna do is go up to the top of the field here, turn, fill this hole in, that one in best I can, and then I think we'll do headlands separately. Well, certainly the headland at this end of the field separately. Would I consider Kubota on this farm? Absolutely. Hell, I'd consider anything that was modern enough. That's the thing. It all depends on what comes up used. We are so much at the mercy of what comes up used in this series. It's ridiculous. And it is simply because that is the best way for us to economically do well on the farm. You know, getting second-hand stuff is great because it just means that on the farm gives us a bit more money. Use the vehicle sales system, customize, so you get more options in the sales. You can customize stuff in the sales disturbed. I actually like that sometimes you get things like GPS and things like that on them. Okay. It's not a mod I'm familiar with, in all honesty. Oh, it gives more equipment for sale. That's cool, but I do quite like the limitations. You know, it's always a case of, oh, is there anything in the sale today? Has anything come up at lunchtime? Oh no, it's useless again. I don't want it to be too easy. I want it so that we can go and buy something in the sale and then immediately find that it's, or go and buy something and then immediately find it's on sale or something like that. I mean, our alternative would be to lease a tractor. My trouble at the moment is the tractor that I want, we'd have to lease it with care wheels on for the work we want to do. So and then we'd be stuck with it with with care wheels on. And this would normally be the job of that that tractor. Oh, lease to buy is brilliant. I love the lease to buy mod. It adds so many more realistic options for owning equipment. Or the lease to own, yeah, sorry. Yeah, just a brilliant mod. It makes me think about getting, you know, buying harvesters a lot earlier on. Because if you can support the amount of money every month and, you know, you don't need, then you can have a harvester. And quite often you don't need to alter the configuration of a harvester. So my thing actually would be, I think, going in initially and buying your tractors, because tractors are things where you're going to want to change the wheels, where you're going to want to change the configuration, and then leasing pretty much every other piece of equipment, because rarely are you going to want to change the configuration of other equipment, especially things like harvesters. And then you're slowly paying off your harvester over the period of 2-3 years as you're leasing it for your, you know, to sit in the shed. It's great. I'm quite pleased that Marston trailer came up. That was perfect. Exactly what I need for next season. It is a PC only mod, Steam fan. Oh, my nose is really itchy this evening. Apologies, chat. But this should give our fields a good base, and then we can come along later and spread some other stuff on it, I think. Yeah. It's going to be an expensive year in fertilizer, I think, because we are... Well, we'll probably spend the rest of... Probably spend the next game day, as I said, getting this done on all of our fields. So we want to get this field finished today. We can then set course play doing the next one. Oh, sorry, cultivating this one. And then once this is, well, this being cultivated will be fine. We're then going to have to de-stone in March and also plant. And we want to get the canola in March, so that will be fine. You're not clear out your COVID. Oh. I'm only going to do lease to own, one lease to own at a time. Right, I think we'll do one more load and then it's going to be time to move to the next game day because it is getting rather dark. We got the lights on our tractor. All the work lights and everything. It's only got 21 hours on it. It's not too bad. I do need to place a workshop somewhere in our farm, I think. I'd like to put it in one of those barns if I can. There we go. Line it up. I got clear of my COVID last weekend just in time to miss my sister's wedding. Hello, HFJ82, welcome along. What map am I playing on? This is Calmsden Farm by Oxygen David. It is a fantastic map. Really, really nice. Look at that. How gorgeous does that look? Yeah, we're not quite going to get this field done. That's all right. I think this is our biggest field. It's either this or field 8. On day 11, still positive. Last test was a false negative. Today's was positive. Oh dear. That's why when I tested negative last Sunday, sorry, I turned around and I waited a couple hours and then I did a second test, just to check that it truly was negative. And yeah. But it took me 12 days to test negative, so you might be there, Steam fan. Is it fading? Is it, is it much faded on where it has been? Because that's what gave me hope. And it went from sort of, mine went from sort of 30%, 33% of full to double click to negative in the period of 24 hours. But I'm due to go back into work next week, so I will I will be doing a test before I go back into the office. Just to make sure. Right, there we go. So we'll drop this back to the farm. I'm just going to park it in the yard round the back. We will put the case back in the shed, and then we'll head back to the house. We'll move on to the next day, and yeah, looks like we might be able to go to 6 AM, which would be great. Just a fake positive, but we'll test again in 5 days and Oh no, I managed. Do you know what the amazing thing is? I tested positive for 12 days and I managed to not infect the rest of my family. So my wife and the twins all tested negative the entire time I had it. And have tested negative since. You know, they're not. They just haven't tested positive the whole time, which is just brilliant. Oh, that's still running. There we go. Close that. Look at the stars. Can you guys see that? Stars sort of twinkling in the sky. It's amazing, this map. It's great. And heading home just before it gets pitch black is really helpful. That's supposed to be spread and so I did separate myself from my family mostly. You know, I didn't hug the twins for a week or get particularly close to my wife or anything like that. I basically minimized my contact and I constantly washed my hands. I washed my hands all the time. I still am. Lil Robbery 77, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Right, let's move forward to the morning. Yeah, I caught it in Amsterdam. Not as much as you'd think, Jay Plays. I would try and avoid touching stuff, and if I was going to be touching stuff that they were touching, I was washing my hands first. Yeah. Yeah, while I say that I've had colds that are worse, it definitely wasn't a cold. It was the place that I felt it was on my chest. I didn't use the same toilet, Jay Plays, and yeah, if I was touching plates or cups or anything like that, I was washing hands all the time. So I felt up my chest, especially after the initial feeling unwell, and yeah, I know that if I'd not had my jabs, I'd have been in deep trouble. I'm not gonna do cotton on this map. That is useless. Sun is rising, so we're good. Let's get a nice early start. Stretch! Thank you, Mr. Firebird88. I'm sanitizing after everything I do, especially if I cough. Yeah, and I was coughing, so I coughed into my shoulder the whole time. Because that's the other thing. You worry about getting germs on your hands so you can spread out the house. And the whole thing was just every time I was coughing, I was coughing into my shoulder, not into my hands. And just trying to keep my hands away from my face and things like that. NTR Chicken Duck 38. We had fish and chips. We had a good old-fashioned... Well, I had a good old-fashioned British fish and chips. Cod and chips was delicious. Cod is ridiculously expensive. It cost... I think it was something like... Was it I think it was a tenner for a piece of cod. So I'm looking at probably trying some hake next time, which is half the price. But yeah, like everything at the moment, a good old fish and chips is not cheap. Having fish and... Oh, nice. Oh, I left the shed door open last night. Never mind. How much do we have? We must have so much slurry left. Oh yeah, we got 75,000 litres of slurry left. You're fishing tomorrow. I hope to catch a few. Black Bremen Place. Nice. So is that sea fishing then, Thefisherj? Because they used to go fishing on the rivers and lochs in Scotland. Proper fly fishing. Price jump here at my local stores be shocking. Yeah. Well, what would you, without, again, not going into the politics of it, but yeah, I think we're due to have like 13% inflation in the next couple of months, which is just nuts. I mean, that's a huge amount. Prices are rising every month. Sea fishing, do beach boat? Oh, nice. I've never been sea fishing. So yeah, this will get all the way up this side of the field. Whether it'll do all of the top end of the field, I don't know, but certainly should finish this off. Yeah, Norfolk is looking, yeah, heat wave next week, and Norfolk looking at hitting 30+ degrees C again. Get as good a coverage as we can. That's the thing, you don't have to cover every single patch with this. With precision farming, you just have to cover most of it, and it'll bleed between those areas you've not covered, which is great. Look at that. That's just bringing this up really nicely. And the fact that this is free, essentially, because it's part of our, because it's output from our cows, is great. Absolutely brilliant. Right, so now I'm going to get the other tractor out. I'm going to get a hired worker working on the far field. Need to go away and start being average temp for once. Ah, but it's the Great British Summer. It's not. It's a really worrying trend. I think it's part of the reason why I've been having trouble with my streaming equipment this summer. Is that? It's the heat. It's my computers have not been happy. Right, so we want this to do the headlands last, and we want it to turn sharply in the corners. So onto this field here. Hired, create job, course play field work, course generator, head 3 headlands, sharp headland corners, clockwise. What do I start work on center? Yeah, this is right. Generate field work course. There we go. Nice and simple and rectangular field. Which best for don't know, to be honest. I own the BGA on here, but I'm not using it because I shouldn't really own the BGA on here. It's too easy a way for me to make money. Right, first waypoint, and away you go. Cool. All yours. Neither, just plant solar panels. Yeah, look at the weeds. We are going to have to spot spray this year. Which does mean I need something more useful than that. See, the thing that 7610 is, or 7810 is lovely, but I'd have to get the turbo version of it. And I like to get it with the compact. Well, no, we couldn't get it with GPS or those. We would Michelin's, yeah, narrow tires. Those narrows. Ooh, actually, those narrows are not bad. Because if I put, even the Trelleborg narrows aren't that narrow. Interesting. But yeah, that's only 136 horsepower. Oh god, that's a beauty. Look at that. And we can't put a... Can we put a front linkage on this? No. So no front linkage on this either. So it's a lovely tractor, but it wouldn't quite work for us. Other than that, this would be nice, but I don't think this has a front. Well, again, this is only 135 horsepower. So it's not powerful enough. The separator isn't. Yeah. There's nothing in here that is powerful enough. Shadow McKay raiding with the party one. Welcome, 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 raiders. Hope you had a good stream. See, now this, that would be a good tractor. TW35. But again, can't put care wheels on it. I want, ideally, probably this. This would be the perfect tractor to come up. We would want that version of it, that configuration, absolutely perfect. The TM, yeah, we might have to add that in actually, but we need a little bit more horsepower, I think. Where's our equipment? 60 horsepower. What's the thing that uses the most horsepower? Probably the baler's 100. Seeder's 90. Cultivator is 140. Yeah, it's probably the cultivator is the thing that uses the most power. 150 for that as well. So yeah, we need at least 150 horsepower. So 135 on the 7810 doesn't cut it. And I need something that can work as a sprayer as well. And something that we can shove the front mower on for doing grass work. So that's the other thing that tractor has to cover. Yeah, it's quite a lot of all rounding stuff it has to do. It'd probably end up doing this job as well. Medium class Acciona Arium would be good choices too. I like those. Yeah, 205 horsepower, perfect. But the T7 would be spot on. There might be an older T7 on the mod hub that's cheaper. This is why you don't do this job normally after you cultivate it, because of course I'm compacting soil all the time driving on here. Started on Calmsden Farm with a 7610 and a TM 155. Yeah. Awesome pairing. I wish the 10 series tractors actually had been out when we started this, because I would have started this farm with two, with a 7610 and a 7810. Absolutely would have been my starting tractors on here. Because what? That's 100,000 with two tractors on the farm. That's just a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. Why did I remove the stones? I will be removing the stones, Liverpool. Yeah, we need to grab a de-stoner and run that on here. We will probably be doing that next game day before we do the planting, because I need to get this on here. I need to get this done on all of our fields today. That's the thing. So that's why we're doing this. We're going to use our slurry as much as possible to increase all of our crops. Cheers, Liverpool 299. Right, there we go. Let's go refill. Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to be having a lot of that advanced over the weekend. It's the kid's birthday party tomorrow. I'm slightly surprised that there's no 40 series tractors out yet. I think there was some out on... did King Mods have some? I can't remember if they were any good. A good 40 series tractor actually would be perfect. You know, would a 7840 isn't quite powerful. An 8340 would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. But I'm not sure there's one out. Come on. Let's go. Is there an 8340 out? Let me just check this. Shot to learn how many people got code at TwitchCon in the EU. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that they change their minds on that. There's an older T7 2011 series. Let me bring this across. Right, well, F11 that. Oh, is that gonna work? That's not gonna work. Right, so there's this one. No, don't want a new tab. Ah, right. Okay, just hide that then. You hid it on the wrong screen, you stupid thing. Never mind. Okay, right. So that's the... Oh, wow. Starts at 100... Okay. Yes, we will have that. What else have we got in the medium tractors that might be useful? Yeah, you see, there's not 40 series in here for that. The guys wanted a few more features by, yeah. Are they on the mod? They must be on the mod tab, surely. Oh, I want to try the methane tractor at some point. That one. Okay. 79,100, only 125 horsepower on the 8240. I thought that had more power. I'm slightly surprised by that. I thought that was a little bit more powerful than that. Yeah, so there's the base game Giants one, but 125 horsepower, it's not enough. TM series to 155 horsepower. There's that one. The TM, yeah, the TM 155. So there's that one from FSI. Maybe. That's it. How is that it? Okay, well, we'll grab this TM as well. Yeah, let's have a look at what is on King Mods. Tractors. Tractors, there we go. Right, can I do it by medium tractors, filter it? So so there's this 8630, but yeah, who's that by? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how kosher that one is. I mean, King's mods are good and they're great at removing stuff, but sometimes stuff slips through and you kind of go, I'm not sure on the origin of that tractor. No. Again. And that's an edit. That 8630 is all over the place on here. Yeah, conversion. Oh no, that's nasty. Sorry, I shouldn't be reviewing mods and saying that's nasty, but that interior, that's not the interior of that tractor. Yeah, I think we might we'll go with the ones that we've got, because yeah. Wow. Nothing in the middle. That is amazing. Have I seen the new great spot? I have not. I think the TM155 might be the best choice out there, to be honest. I think everything else is probably either dodgy or yeah, because that, well, apart from never being available in the UK, I'm willing to bet that doesn't look very nice inside. TW35 that I've got, but doesn't have care wheels. Older T6. Yeah, you see, there's not a lot here. There's the other. Is that the other TM series? That's the other one, I think. Yeah. I'd rather go with the FSI one if I'm going to go with that. The gearbox is wrong. Even some of the base game tractors, actually, the gearboxes are wrong. So I mean, then the Traction King I had to go and do my own stuff with. That's not a good set. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of, I think. No, that's a different one. Don't like the look of that. That's got the 165 though in it, which is why it goes slightly higher. Would a John Deere fit? There are several John Deeres. I'm just looking at the New Hollands at the moment. T6. What's a T6000 series? Oh, it's one of those. No, not enough horsepower. It's a T7000 series I'd want. If I was going older version like that. Yeah, you see, I want 8340 turbo. The 8340 turbo goes up to 155 horsepower, I think. But there's not a mod of it in this. Right. So I'm just going to save this and we'll then get restarted with those extra mods on. Save. And quit. Yes. Oh, this happens all the time on Calmsden at the moment. I don't know what it is. But that is... yeah. Base mission luau field HUD and nil value. So I don't know what's causing that on here at the moment, but I have to quit all the way out and restart. Right, so the TM115 should be in here now. Somewhere. Yeah, T7 2011. So that is the T7000 series. That is not one that I want. That is the... okay, cool. JD 6030 might fit the bill. We do have a lot of John Deere mods on here, simply because I went right. Let's grab a lot of those. While this is loading in, I will refill my drink. Oh, there we go. Right, now we can crack on with this. What? Manual discharge has updated itself again. Oh! Hey Eugene, welcome along. Right, so let's go files. Hang on. Let me do this on a different screen. Because I don't know what I'm showing. Right, Stone Valley had it. Tree Top 17, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Yeah, manual combine discharge. Very, very broken mod right now. No, I just replace it with the old one, Steam fan. It'll be fine. Blue Zombie 432, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFM. Right, let's try this again. Get those two new mods in. So that is that one there and that one there. But hey, Treetops, doing well, thank you. Welcome along. I hope you've had a good week. Looking forward to the weekend. If I how is it? Just seems to have a dislike for the console players. I don't get it. Okay, so personally, Katie Cat, I have no issue with console players at all. Every console player I've spoken to and had a discussion with has been great. However, like every community, there is a small minority who are very annoying. And they tend to be the ones who, the moment they see anything posted about a mod, they immediately go, when's it coming to console? And it's obvious things like a Ford tractor. A Ford tractor never going to come to console as a Ford tractor. Don't get me wrong, there are PC players who are just as bad. And I do not in any way condone PC players having a go at console players in the same way as I don't condone console players having a go at PC players. We are all farm sim players. We are all virtual farmers, if you'll excuse the thing. And that's what it's about. That's why I want the multiplayer, when it comes back in September, to be cross-platform and cross-play, because I want everybody in my community to play, not just the PC players. And I think that's the way it's got to go. I'll allow that. Nightbot might not. It is. Well, no. Even then, I wouldn't say that. There are people. There are people who should know better, who are older and more mature, who get involved in this, and it's just, yeah. It's the world. It's partly a product of the world we live in. There is a sense of entitlement that seems to have infused the world in the past few years. That is fairly insidious and fairly obnoxious. And there's a certain section of society that very much thinks it's all about them. And all about, why can't I have that thing now? I've seen it in Star Trek fandom. I've seen it in the Transformers fandom. I've seen it in the Farm Sim fandom. I see it everywhere. And it's not indicative of those fandoms. It is a small minority of people in general who tends to excise that that me kind of entitlement. This is putting a lot of this on this field. Oh, before I go any further, we've got to restart our hired worker over here. pH value is good, nitrogen is awful. Hey, Scalari, I'm doing well, thank you. Oh, nitrogen is very bad. Yeah, so this field, actually our two planted fields are fairly important. Nearest waypoint, drive. Where you go. I find as well, you get a lot further in life, and you get on with people a lot more if you don't demand things of people. I'm not using the dust mod because we're not, well, up until this summer, we don't tend to be very dusty in the UK. Same with anything, always the extreme minorities either end of the spectrum being loud, leaving 90% of the moderates middle of the bell curve being shouted down. Yeah. What's my best map so far? I love this map for how nice it looks. For the kind of gameplay I do, it's a fairly difficult map. As you can see, I have split field 6 into 3 separate fields to make it manageable. So the kind of gameplay I do Calmsden isn't ideal for me. It's probably a map I'm not playing. I want to do some stuff with Greenlands, because Greenlands just looks like an awesome, awesome map. So I'm tempted to say that. I'm tempted to say Attingham, when it comes out, is going to be up there. Absolutely is going to be up there, because the stuff that GB's doing as well is just going to make that map insanely good. I'm really enjoying Oldstream Farm. I'm enjoying Oldstream Farm because the way I'm playing it, I've bought the farmyard and 1 field, and I'm still expanding on that land because that farm is so customizable. It is insanely good for that reason. You know, I'm still planting vines 3-4 years into that map, and then I haven't run out of land yet. I'm just using the land differently as I go, and that is the power. That is the power of a configurable map or a configurable yard in FarmCatGR, is that you can end up using the land and the area how you want to, and in some cases just reconfiguring the whole thing to be amazing. I mean, it's say on Calmsden here, you wanted to get this piece of land but you didn't want to use the cows, so you sell off the cow barn, and the barns around there. You've got a yard space to put your yard, and then you've got the cow fields you can start farming. Perfect. But you can't remove all the yards and everything on this. So at the moment it's not that fluid to be able to do. Can you go and buy another area on the map and build stuff from scratch? Yeah. But I want to use the yards. I want to use the stuff that's here and reconfigure that to match what I need. And so yeah, my favorite maps so far, definitely the ones where I can reconfigure the farmyards. No, this is still all field 6. Courseplay recognize it as separate fields and separate parts when you go to work on it. Hired workers, as long as the gap you put in between the fields is big enough, hired workers will also recognize it as separate fields when they're working it. For the sake of precision farming will still treat all of this land as field 6. So yeah, there's no renumbering. Numbering is always arbitrary anyway. Now, I suspect if I sold this and got a contract on it, it would want me to rework the entire field, including where the grass is, and possibly wouldn't consider the contract complete until I'd worked the grass areas, to be honest. That wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, it doesn't. Well, I've got the nitrogen level on here is really, really awful. So I'm not surprised it's emptying fast, Galar. We're having to put an awful lot on here just to raise our nitrogen levels up to a decent level. We are gonna have to put more nitrogen on here in order to get this field to. Actually, I'm gonna go and refill this because we're down to 500 liters. How we? Oh, we'll fill up with fuel while we're there as well. Yes. So. No, the new tracks have not appeared in the sales. And B, let's have a look at these new tractors quickly. Oh, let's look at these new tractors actually while we're refilling. Precision farming scares the hell out of me. Precision farming actually really improves things in my opinion. Okay. Cool. And it takes 148 liters. Yeah, it actually gives you more information, not less. The thing not to worry about too much, I found, is the environmental score. Yes, the environmental score is important, but there are things you need to do, like ploughing, which will give you a higher yield than the environmental score will give you a boost, given a particular year. So it's not something I find that you massively need to worry about all the time. Okay, they're not medium tractors, they're small ones. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So the configuration I'd want is front linkage. We'd want narrow tires. 2002. We'd go with the restyling without fenders. Front loader attacher, no. Engine setup. So take it up to 155 horsepower. Yes to the it doesn't have GPS on it. Main color, yeah, we'd stay with that. Rim color, we'd stay with that. So that's what 117,000 for that is actually pretty expensive. Considering, where are you? Modern T6. I could do a modern T6 at that price with the same power level. That's actually disappointing. Yeah. And I can put the, that makes sense on that. Okay, it takes it up to 146, but I might as well get a modern T6 doing that at that power level. Hey, Toxid, welcome along. That TM155 is overpriced. Yeah. That's you know the thing that always disappoints me when you get old tractors in that then get the. Oh, thank you. I thought I had refilled the slurry. I didn't. That would have been embarrassing. I'd have got to the field and turned it on and it wouldn't have worked. $30K for 180 brake horsepower. Because actually I've had issues with the Fiat Agri, the 180. That's what I've got on whole Macra and originally had on Oldstream Farm. Could not plow with it. I don't think so. That's a good question, Jay Blaze. I'm not sure I've tried it since, to be honest. No. There's only 125 for the 7810 at. Yeah, because it's 105 and then the turbo is 136, which isn't high enough. And it's not modern enough either, unfortunately. Yeah, I think a T6 or a T7 New Holland is going to be what I'm after. Wait, no. Other end of the field.
When the downtown lights start to come out at night, we go insane, and when I arrive, I start to lose my mind, I go insane, 'cause they told me you take too much, yeah, I sure do, so I can feel that now, if they only knew how this was, yeah. Just to feel that now,
6 meter. I think this is, yeah, I think this is about 6 meter. Oh, John Deere 6M. Yeah, John Deere 6M would do it as well. $140. It's still slightly. We need at least 150, really. This is not going to do this whole row. There we go. JD 6M. Have a look. 155 horsepower. So yeah, so that's slightly less expensive than the that's the 6R. 6M. So the small 6M. 155 horsepower. 110,000. No. Oh, Michelin's are only wide tyres. Narrow tyres. There we go. Front weight, no. No front 3-point. So that doesn't work, unfortunately. 6R small. God, that looks tiny. Front weight. No, they don't come with front 3-points. Oh no, there we go. Front 3-point. There we are. Adds 5,000. 150 horsepower, so that's powerful enough. Narrow tires. God, that looks tiny, doesn't it? 118 500. Yeah, so they're all much of a muchness. Medium, yeah. The medium frame would be nice, but it's all much of a muchness, really. Just realized we both use Teespring for your merch. Ah, yeah. If you want a VF hat, go check out my Teespring store. You get one of these lovely hats as well as a shirt, a hoodie, and lots of other goodies. $459 Tim B, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Oh, is that gonna make it? Yes, that is. Oh wow, we've got to get these finished. We've got snow on the way. God, when's that forecast? Because that could be bad. That could be very bad. Weather. Okay, 6 o'clock. That should be fine. That's after sunset. Oh, anything new for sale? No, just less. No GPS, it's too old. Oh, that's really expensive. Yeah, that's the favorite. I'm not a fan of that tractor, to be honest. The alternative is just to say, right, hell with it. We'll use... Well, again, I could get a front 3-point for the 7810. So, strictly speaking, I could put a front 3-point on the 7810 and go with the 135 horsepower. It wouldn't be very expensive. And it would work. It would probably work really well. And then we can get that to do the jobs like this and the carting and everything. Wouldn't have GPS on it. But, you know. And 135 horsepower would be fine for everything except for really the mulching and probably what we're looking to do with the cedar and the 70 series would be too old for GPS. So my rule on GPS, if it wasn't something that was widely available on tractors when that tractor was released, I don't put GPS on stuff. So I'm really looking at tractors released in the last 20 years. Sort of 2002 onwards. So 70 series might fit in that. Go. Right, once we're done this, just field 8 left to do. And the weeds, yeah, the weeds got fairly long in our crops. Because the weeds have grown during the winter, annoyingly, when our crops haven't. So we need to go and sort that. Gonna need to repair up this track soon as well. We've used a good amount of slurry, which is great. Very, very happy about that. Ooh, well, how's the feed for our cows at the moment? Yeah, cows are definitely going to need feeding next game day. What have I planted? So we've got oh god, forget the name of it. So the new crop that's on the map, linseed. It is linseed. So we have linseed in 8 and the first field of 6. We're going to put canola in the other 2 of 6. Because I think that's barley that was in there last year. Let's just have a look at it. Yeah. So that needs to be... that needs to be canola this year. There we go. Bald Big Mac 99, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the BFN. Oh, so streams over the next week because I need to talk about this. I will be streaming on Sunday and Wednesday next week. Both streams will be farm sim. So there's no zombies next Wednesday. We will be doing farm sim on here. I may try and do another stream at some point next week if I can. But time is very, very limited. I'm going away on Friday. Yeah, so won't be possible to it won't be possible for me to stream for 10 days. So I will then stream the Wednesday after I get back, and that probably will be zombies that Wednesday. So it's gonna be a couple of weeks. But I need a holiday. I am absolutely knackered, and I'm long overdue some time off. So, going to be, hopefully, I should have enough videos out in order to cover the YouTube channel over that period. Also, I am going to try and get as many of the VODs uploaded. So Virtual Farmer 2 should end up with a whole load of VODs on it, and should be running the whole way over the time I'm off. Yeah. And then we go into September, not so long after I get back, and we're back to 4 streams a week. Right, we are at 300. Yay, there we go. Right, that has got that field done. Just field 8 left to do. How many hours have I got on here? We are up to something stupid. 142 hours. Like something stabbing me. Hey, Nivets 1119, welcome along. Yes, that includes before it moved games. I copied all of that information across to the new game save. So yes, that includes both version 1.1 and version 1 of this map. And I will be doing something similar with Stone Valley. Okay, none of them are near that. That fills up fairly quick. So what I'm going to do... That's weird. Okay, that... What are you getting stuck on? Okay, that was just odd. Right, this is a very much tighter field to run, so... Yeah, this map is awesome. I really do love this map, despite my complaints and my little niggles. I do love playing this map, very, very much. I'm actually going to do the headland areas on here first. It's not wholly advisable because obviously you get very wet ground doing this, and therefore it gets a bit soggy, but we are quite tight in here, so I need to try and ensure that this all gets done, or we get good coverage on here. There we go. Interesting how it's doing it in stripes. Just as he has quit modding. Has he? Hey, Jono, welcome along. Did he post that on his Facebook page? Posted an hour ago. Oh, I'll go check it. I'm all right, thank you, Jono. Wait, there we go. Struggle up that hill, little 7610. You can do it. Fillinksy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Yeah, if we're lucky, next game day we will get a nice cheap tractor in the shop. Otherwise, I'm going to push to get a new field. And what we will probably do is try and get the sheep field, convert that into an arable field, and then we can borrow a bit of money. And well, no, we won't need to borrow a bit of money, because if I raise that much cash, what I'll be able to do is sell that for 28,000. Sell that for, yeah, so we'll get about 40-odd thousand from that. But yeah, those two fields there, I think would be good fields for us to buy. So that has 128, and that's 110. So we're not massively shy of buying the sheep field. It fits in with sort of the sizes of the stuff we're buying, and should work fairly well. Yeah, and just work a little harder with the tractors we've got for now. It should be enough, these two tractors, to the point where we can get another field. Get a new field, yeah. Get F4 as another acre for 10k. Yes. Isn't that, yeah. It's not a full acre. It's slightly less. IGRWT Breezy. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. What was for supper? For supper this evening was a good old classic UK British fish and chips. So I'm expecting to basically have to fill up every 2 rows. Hey, chameleons, welcome along. Ooh, I've just realised we've had 5 subs tonight. I just do a happy dance. I want to see if there's some way to get stuff to trigger on screen when X number of subs have been hit in a stream and things like that. Twin Cam Gaming raiding with a party of 29. Welcome, 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 raiders. Welcome to the Cayman Nation. I hope you're doing well, Twin Cam. Hope you had a fantastic stream, my friend. And guys, if you have not checked out Twin Cam, my fellow Red Dirt Rough Rider, please go do so. He is awesome. Hey, Bumblebee Farmer, welcome along. Chameleon, oh no, Chameleon's already in here. Oh yeah, go check out Bumblebee Farmer as well. He is another Red Dirt Rough Rider. There we go. How are we? Have we had a good week, guys? There we go. Oh, we're not going to have to use much more to finish this field off. Great. My pleasure. Lorcan for 20, welcome along. J-Dog 1981, welcome along. We might actually get a job done on here today. I still need to get the rocks off our 2 fields that we're going to be seeding before we plant them. Follow. Oh, thank you for the follow, J-Dog. Welcome to the VFN. Yeah, I missed that. Thank you very much, though. Yeah, I missed that completely. Sometimes it doesn't quite. I don't know whether the sound doesn't come through to me, but yeah. It's weird. Stretch. Oh, thank you for the stretch tea. Over here, using the map to try and figure this out. And there's my tracks. There we go. What's with the other silo? What I watched when you bought it. I only saw the first thing. We needed multiple silos because with the realism experiment we have a rule that you can only store 1 crop per silo. So I have 3 silos because sometimes we have a crop from a contract that we need to store until selling, and then we have our 2 crops that we have on the fields. That also need to be held until it's time to sell. So, oh wow, that's a big gap. Okay, we need to go back and do that. So yeah, that's and so we needed the extra silo. Experiment is going well. I need a 3rd tractor and I need more land. So those 2 things currently are occupying my thoughts on here. We're trying to keep an eye out for a tractor should one come in the shop. Yeah, this is not using a huge amount. It's good. easier from this direction to see it. Where is it? It's down there. We've got a big section I missed here. There we go. Coverage seems fairly good across most of this, but I need to make sure I get all of this. Doing a similar experiment on our cards and bought a block of fields with pig field and 5 and cool. Slurry. I don't have any manure at the moment. I could probably generate a load if I put in a I might put in a manure bunker, but we don't have one at the moment. What was for supper? Fish and chips. A British classic for supper this evening. Wow, this is pretty much going to finish this field. Look at that. It's almost right up to the edge. I am just going to run down the side of the field at the top just to make sure. But yeah, looks like we've pretty much covered the field. Run a Massey 5400 Ford 6810 on my save. Also run a 6810 IRL. Well, we picked up the Marston trailer this evening at an absolute steal. And so I had this 7610 on a Marston trailer with the front loader on. Absolutely the setup that I had on my dad's farm. We've run out. I don't need a huge amount. But it's 5 o'clock. Yeah, ideally I need a tractor on the 1120 series on the mod hub. Hang on. Oh, really? Mod hub. Oh, there we go. 1120. Oh, this. I did see this. Yeah, it's a Brazilian mod, isn't it? The tank. Yeah, it's not really something you'd see in the UK. I'll put it that way. I think I might actually have that as a mod available on Stone Valley, but I'm gonna go probably with a big John Deere, I think, when I do. There's a couple of nice big John Deeres that are not overly expensive. Yeah, I think it's that one, Marius. It should do what I want to do on there pretty well, to be honest. Yeah, I thought this field hadn't quite been done up to the edge. I'm just going to... send this back to the farm. Had some issues with Stone Valley. Could deliver the sorghum after harvest. Stone Valley received an update this week, Marius. So all of that should be sorted now. Update came out 2 days ago, I think. So yeah, if you were having any issues with Stone Valley... Oh, this was after the update. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Right, I think that is probably got... pH is good. Yeah, look at that. Look at the... so that is done in strips really interestingly. That's so odd. Might be a mod clash, but the log was okay. I will let you... Well, I don't tend to do sorghum. I don't tend to do sorghum very often. Yes. The multiplayer will be cross-platform. And look at that for timing. Absolutely perfect. The snow has started to fall just as we finish work. For once, things have gone our way. Right, this wants to go back into the shed. The other thing with this 7610 is I kind of want to leave the weight on it all the time. Awesome. Yeah, it is going to be cross-play. Should be a 16-person server. I need to work out the details. I'll probably work out all the details while I'm on holiday and announce them when I get back. Where'd the 7810 go? It got too old farming for the nation. We hit 60 hours on it and suddenly it was costing a fortune to run it all the time. So we had to sell it and we got this 7610 in its place. Yeah, we do have... Can I... Where's the repair section? It's on this side. Yeah, I can't get it into that. Okay. Have to pull it out. I don't want to put it in a... Know what I might do? Might move things around a little bit quickly. We're going to want the bell spike on this next time anyway. There we go. After the update, new farmer mode, sold all fields except for a start from scratch. Still able to buy the farm, was harvesting. Interesting. Right, what condition is this tractor in? Actually, fairly good condition. Like about the Ford mod is it doesn't use simple IC for PC user, but that's just me. I'm not a fan of simple IC. In fact, there was a mod I checked out that was released today that said simple IC on it. I went, I'm not going near that. I just have so many issues with it historically. And in my opinion, simple IC is not a necessary thing on a mod anymore. No. If I park this over here. Why won't that open? Why did that open earlier and won't open now? That's a bit weird. Okay, bye. Fine. Don't know how to use it for that mod, but gears is the bigger issue. It bugs me to know what it is and be like, yeah, I can understand that. Right. Light off. Look at that. It's got dark really quick, but that is partly due to the fact that that it's snowing and it's overcast. So we are going to head back to the house. So next time I need to feed the cows. I need to get a stone picker and pick stones off the fields. And hopefully once we've done that, we should be able to get the canola seeded. Then we start looking at what our options are for a sprayer and things. And maybe we'll be able to get a contract or two and get enough money in. So let's feed the doggy. Let's save our game. Cheers, Mr. Firebird 88. Not sure about the EDM station anymore. I might change the music that we're running on here. Right. Saved. Let's run through to the next morning. 6 a.m. We should be fine going back 6 a.m. I think. Is it going to be enough? Yes. There we go. So take the time. We're in a time down, not up. Save the game again. As we always do. And then, as a preview for next time, we always check the shop. What is going to be in the shop? Wow. That is a ridiculous bargain. We might get 20,000. It's still not going to be enough. We'd have to sell half of our equipment to afford that. See, that's not worth enough. I don't know what I could sell. I honestly don't. That still wouldn't do it. Yeah, a well-paying contract. We'll have to work it out. We'll have to work it out. Yeah, the cows need feeding. We're going to be doing that next time. But, oh, man. That is just... Do I have the game coming through here? No, I don't think I do. I think I turned that off. Yeah, I did. Oh, dear. Yeah, we'll have to work that out. That's gonna be an interesting one. Tomorrow, no stream tomorrow. We're back on Sunday at 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. BST. For those of you not in the UK, we will be doing some more. We will be resolving this situation with this John Deere 8R, which is stupidly good. I may have to sell some equipment and then lease equipment back in order to run stuff. It's gonna be a nightmare to do it, but that John Deere is probably too good to pass up. And I think it might be time for the case to go. It might be time for us to move on the case. As much as I love that tractor, that John Deere is just too good an opportunity to pass up, and will allow us to do lots of stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. We might sell some cows as well. So, yeah. Right, so thank you. Well, actually, before I go, I need to work out who we're going to go and raid. Let's see who's playing some. Firstly, we're going to see who's playing some farm sim. So who is currently in FS22? Okay. Yes. Okay, that's an interesting one. Do I have any Rough Riders kicking about? Not that I can see at the moment. I know who we're gonna go and raid. Because he gives me a lot of support and because he's a good bloke, we're gonna go and raid Gaming FFC because he raids me all the time. And I want to show him a little bit of support. Perfect example of somebody who comes here, is really nice, supports the channel, has never asked for anything, just engages really, really well. So we are going to go and raid him this evening. I want to say some thank yous to Calmsden Gaming. Thank you for the raid. You are awesome. To Shadow McKay, thank you for the raid. You are awesome. To who else we got? Moggy at 1066, thank you for resubscribing. You are awesome. Kurt, thank you for resubscribing. You are awesome. Culchy 1983, thank you for resubscribing. You are awesome. Rob Simo, thank you for resubscribing. You are awesome. The Rocket Kid, thank you for resubscribing. You are awesome as well. As I said, I will be back on Sunday. Please come and join us for more Realism Experiment. Somehow I'm going to have to afford that John Deere. That seems way too good to pass up. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe the game is just trolling me, as it likes to do from time to time. Come on Sunday and find out whether we actually managed to get it or not. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this stream, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.